Okay, private, let's see, private nonprofit four-year colleges charge on average $27,878 per year in tuition and fees. Woo, that's a lot of money. The standard deviation is 6,723. Assume the distribution is normal. Let X be the cost. Randomly select a college. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go again. Very similar. So again, you know, this is always the mean and the standard deviation. So what is the mean? My mean is 27,878. Standard deviation is 6,723. All right, so then it says find the probability that a random selected private, blah, 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 cost less than 29,937. So this looks, I don't think there's anything new on this problem. I think we've covered all the newness. Let me do it. So here's part B down here. I'll put the middle down there. The middle is the 27, let me back up. The middle is the 27,878. And they're saying what is probably cost less than 29. So 29 is past the middle. There's the 29,937. Less than, where is less than? Oh yeah, I guess this will have a small new wrinkle. So how do you do less than? Less than goes this way, doesn't it? This is less than, right? That's the direction for less than the 29,937. So there's our chunk of shading. Everybody seeing that? So that's the crucial issue on all these problems is you draw the bell curve, the normal curve, and show the shading that they're talking about. So that's the piece of shading they want me to find the area for. Okay, so how do we do it? Well, we're going to do normal CDF. And the normal CDF asks, what does it ask? It asks lower or left, and then upper or right, and then mean, which they show with that symbol, and standard deviation, which they show with that symbol. Okay, so how do we find, what do they mean by lower and upper or left and right? They mean the left and the right of the piece of shading, huh? So the lower would be right here. It means the left edge of the piece of shading. So the left edge is really negative infinity, isn't it? Do you see why I'm coming up with negative? Because if you go forever to the left on a number line, the numbers go negative, don't they? You know what I mean? Let me draw a number line to be more helpful on what I'm talking about. You have a number line. Remember the number lines from your earlier days? You put 0 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot to the right, and then to the left you have the negative numbers, you know? Dot, 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 like that. Just that's what this is right here. This is a number line. And it's just the middle. We don't have 0 in the middle. We have 27,878 in the middle. It's a number line with the different middle, but it's still a number line. So if you go, you know, to the right, the numbers get bigger, and if you go to the left, they get smaller, and in fact, they'll go all the way to negative infinity. If you just go smaller and smaller, they'll get down to 0 eventually, you know, and then they'll start going -1, -2, you know, they'll go all the way to negative infinity. So if you need the left edge of shading, and it's forever to the left, see how this shading goes forever to the left? It doesn't stop. It just goes forever to the left. Whereas on the right side, the shading definitely stops right here, doesn't it? You see that? So here's the right edge. and here's the left edge. So the left edge goes forever to left. How do we say negative infinity in numbers? It's just negative with a whole bunch of nines, huh? That makes sense. That's like negative forever, negative infinity. And the right edge, what's the right edge? Well, that's, in my case, that's the 29,937. So here's the left edge. Here's the right edge. And then the mean is whatever mean they gave you. Standard, I don't remember what my standard is, whatever. Type it in and get your answer. So the left edge is negative, bunch of nines. So, anybody getting an error on their calculator? So Juan says he's getting an error. Yeah, good question. I know. Yeah, great. Thank you for that. Yeah, make sure. Whoops, I'm bumping the screen crazy here. Sorry. Make sure you use the right negative sign. Yeah, good point. Good question. Thank you for bringing that up. That happens to me too. Watch out with the minus sign right there. Use the negative that's at the bottom of the calculator. Yeah. Otherwise, if you use otherwise you'll get a syntax error. Otherwise, if you use the subtraction button, you'll get a syntax error. Yeah, pretty much just kind of know this, that whenever your calculator tells you syntax error, if you ever get that message, syntax error, it means you're using the wrong kind of negative. I wish the calculator wasn't so picky about it, but it really is. So whenever you put in a negative number, you have to use the negative button, not the subtraction. Subtraction is between two numbers, right? You have 7 subtract 3. That's when you use the subtraction button between two numbers. But if you just have a negative sign on one number, like a negative 999, you have to use the negative button, the one that has parentheses around it, at the very bottom of the calculator. It's way down at the very bottom of the calculator. Otherwise, you get a syntax error. Yeah, good question. Thanks for pointing that out. Everything else working out okay on this one? Getting the left edge and the right edge there. So notice it's always about drawing the bell curve and then shading what they tell us to shade. What do I mean, what they told me to shade? Well, they said less than, in this question, they said less than 29,937. So I went to 29,937 and I shaded less than. I shaded to the left, didn't I? Because that's the lesser stuff, all the way down to negative infinity. So my left edge is negative infinity, basically negative bunch of nines, and my right edge and mean and standard deviation. Good deal. All right, I'll move on to part C. If we're all good with part B, C is going to be exactly what we did a few minutes ago. And that is, I'm going to, come on down here, they're saying on part C, find the 79th percentile. So it's just what we did a minute ago. So for part C, 79th percentile. So you know how to do this, right? Because percentage is just like a number line. You don't have to draw the number line, but I'm just reminding you. It just goes from 0 to 100. 79 would be about right there, right? It just means 79% along the way. So if we got our bell curve, which we've always got our bell curve in this section, and we put in the middle whatever the mean was, I don't remember, 27,878. And then the 79th percentile, that'll be somewhere up here, right? And it'll have all of this, and that'll be 79%. So they want to know the spot here. What is that spot that has 79, that is 79% along the way, right? That's what it means when they ask for the 79th percentile. They're saying find the spot on the bottom, find the dollar amount that is 79% along the way, right? Starting from the left, 79% along the way. That's what percentile means. And I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, this is how much private colleges cost. So what dollar amount, and it says round to the nearest dollar, what dollar amount would be the 79th percentile? So this one, they are giving me a percentage, aren't they? See how they're just handing me a percentage? They're giving us 79%. So that means when they give you a percentage, if you look back at the formula sheet, that means you use inverse norm when they give us a percentage. Use inverse norm, and so we've got to say area to the left. What is the area to the left? Well, the area to the left is 0.79. That's easy, right? That's the area to the left of the spot. Left of that spot is 0.79. And then they're going to ask for mean, which was the 27,878, and the standard deviation, which I don't even remember what my standard deviation is, and then round to the nearest dollar. So for me, I'll have to go get my standard. What was my standard? 67.23. So my standard was 67.23. I'll crank this one out here. Inverse norm, 0.79 to the left, 27,878, 67.23. I got the answer, 33,299.57. So that means this 5, I got to round that up, huh? So I got 33,300. To round up 299 is, at 57 cents, right? Everybody see what happened there? I had 33,299 and 57 cents. So that rounds, that's closer to 33,300 than it is to 33,299, right? That 57 cents is closer to the next dollar. So my answer would be $33,300. So that means right here, that spot is $33,300. That means that 79% of the way, if you ranked the cost of the colleges, the private colleges, that 79% along the way would be a cost of $33,300. So if your college costs $33,300, it's more expensive than 79% of other private colleges. And on the newer TI, the tail would be center. No, the tail is still left, right? See, the 79% is still to the left on the newer ones. That's right. You see what I mean? That shading, this shading goes left of this spot, doesn't it? It's not in the middle between two spots. There's not some spot over here and the 79 is captured in the middle. There's no other spot they're giving us other than the one spot right here, and the area to the left of that is 79%. So that's how we would have to handle that. Is that good? Any other questions on number 4?